My mother-in-law tried to ruin my relationship, so this is what I did to her. My fiance has now moved in with her and has been bugging her to do all the things that I used to do on the daily. Cooking and helping him with his New York time puzzles. He's making her steam his clothes and claiming that she owes him because I walked away because of her. She legitimately admitted to him that the reason why she was constantly saying those rude things to me was because she thought I was never going to leave him. So then she comes over and she wants to talk to me, and I already know what she wants to say because she's done with doing all of her son's chores for him. I mean, I don't blame her. Like, who wouldn't be? That's exactly what I wanted her to see. Like, I'm no one's maid. She was crying and she was begging me to take him back and called him lazy. My fiance admitted that he started being extra lazy on day 2 because he just wanted to drive her crazy because he missed me so much. This all worked out perfectly because now my mother-in-law is actually a perfect mother-in-law. Well, I absolutely love my friends, but there's this one person in my friend group that I cannot stand. Not because he's kind of rude. No, he actually is a bully. He's constantly making these passive-aggressive comments, like he's been quite insulting to me multiple times and then says that it was just a joke. It's come to a point where I don't even want to hang out with my friend group because he's always there and they don't seem to find him a problem. I decided I had to do something. I knew he had a girlfriend, and I thought, well, why not test his loyalty? She was not a part of my friend group, and everyone knew that he had a girlfriend, but that didn't stop him from constantly catcalling girls too. So I knew that if I tried to make him cheat, he would. I created a fake Instagram profile, and I found this really cute girl and just made it believable. I had a feeling that he would fall for it instantly, and he did. He followed her back. I didn't want to send him a DM with my fake profile because I wanted him to be the first one to do so. So what I did was me, like the real me. In the friend group, I tried to be so nice towards him. Like all of a sudden we'd all be together and he would make the same rude comments, and I tried to just like play along with it and find them all funny, just so I could try to get closer to him, and it worked. He started talking to me and talking to me about his life, talking to me about his relationship, and then I tried to introduce the topic of Instagram and how I had this really hot guy follow me. And I knew that he would be super excited to tell me about how this hot girl had just followed him, and that's exactly what he did. I acted surprised because the photos that I used were from this hot girl, like completely out of his league. I was like, oh my gosh, you have to text her. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I really want to, but like I have a girlfriend. Like I'm afraid that she'll find out. He didn't want to text the girl, not because I had a girlfriend, but because he was afraid that she would find out. So I knew right then and there, like he's a cheater. So I told him just like, don't overthink it. Do it. I was like, how can she ever find out? So he did exactly that. He messaged my fake Instagram and we went back and forth. Like I wanted to gather all the evidence. I would be so flirty. And the nail in the coffin was when I asked him if he was single and he said yes. I knew that this would ruin his relationship and that he'd finally get what he deserved after years of thinking that he's funny whilst being a jerk to everyone around him. So I did the obvious thing and I screenshotted everything and sent it to his girlfriend. And now she hates him, so my job is done. I think my best friend is obsessed with my boyfriend and I don't know what to do now. So my best friend and I have been best friends forever, and I've been dating my boyfriend for 2 years, and I always thought it was super cute that they had like inside jokes, they shared memes with each other. I genuinely didn't think anything of it. A lot of my other friends would make comments like, are you sure Mia, my best friend, doesn't like your boyfriend? Like it sounds that they're really like always flirting with each other. And I was like, obviously not. There's no way that they would ever do that to me. Last night we were all hanging out at one of our friends' house and we decided we were going to play the game called Who Liked. I had played this before, but my boyfriend wasn't there when I did play this. You download the app, you join in with a code, and then a random TikTok that someone in the group has either liked, shared, or saved appears, and whoever guesses whose it was, like who interacted with it, then gets the most points. And if it's your TikTok that you interacted with, then you have to deceive everybody to try and make it seem like you weren't the one who interacted with it. Anyways, it's a really cool game to play in a group setting, but like I said, I hadn't done it with my boyfriend. It starts off horribly. So the first TikTok that appears is a random TikTok from a girl talking about what it's like to have a secret crush on your best friend's boyfriend. So we all guessed someone else in the group, but no, it was my best friend. It tries to brush it off because I just want to keep playing the game, and I also don't want to believe that this is true. And then to top it all off, the second TikTok that appears is a compilation of birthday surprises, but the birthday surprises are the boyfriends surprising the best friends of their girlfriends. And who liked it? My best friend. I'm quiet. Everybody's looking at me. No one says a word, and we just keep on playing the game. For 2 more rounds, everything is cool, nothing happens. And then another suspicious TikTok appears, and it's this romantic edit captioned, "He doesn't know I'm in love with him." But the weird thing about this is that the guy that appeared in the edit looked exactly like my boyfriend. And again, it was liked by my best friend. In the end, my best friend pulls me aside and she asks me if I'm okay. I said, obviously not. Like, you already know, everybody suspects that you have a crush on my boyfriend. Now, all the TikToks that appear that you interacted with are very suspicious TikToks. At least this game night was great because none of the TikToks that my boyfriend interacted with were bad. But yeah, like, now I don't know what to do because I don't even know what to say to her. She's, I guess, gaslighting me, saying that it's not a big deal, that she just likes everything. I mean, I don't know. Should I believe her? My boyfriend tried to cheat on me, so this is what I did. My boyfriend would always sleep with his phone in his pocket, and I obviously thought this was a red flag, but I just ignored it. But there's this one night where it probably slipped out of his sweats, and I woke up with it near my legs. And I wasn't thinking about going through his phone. I was just gonna grab it and put it on the charger. I had just woken up. I was kind of half asleep, but I see that he has a bunch of notifications, and I had never gone through this man's phone, but I can clearly see that these notifications are from a dating app. Now, in this moment, I obviously wanted to slap him awake, but I didn't because I knew I had to be smarter than this. If this guy wanted to play on my face, I was going to play in his face too. I started thinking about all the things that I could do to him as revenge, and then I got this idea. I asked a friend of mine whom he hadn't met yet if I could use her pictures to create a fake dating profile. I knew that he was going to match with her because she's totally his type. So they matched, and in the meantime, I'm putting on the performance of my life. Like, I'm pretending everything is right. In fact, I'm even a better girlfriend now. In the meantime, I'm spending all my time flirting with him through the dating app. I want to go full force with this, so I suggest we should meet up. He immediately agrees to this. He even offers to pay for a hotel room for the both of us, which, by the way, like, first date, you ask this girl out to go to a hotel room with you, but it's not even that. It's that he was willing to pay for it. Now, this shocked me because I've been providing for this relationship for a year because he has been unemployed for a year. Every time he needs money for something, I'm the one who gives it to him. So he offers to pay for this random girl's hotel room, and then what does he do? He comes to ask me, the real me, for $50. He says that he needs $50 for his mom's birthday gift. And he also says that he's going to go away for the weekend to go spend it with his mom. So I give my boyfriend the $50 to go to a hotel room with my fake dating profile. I already know which hotel he's going to go to because I'm the fake dating profile. Like, I can see every detail of the plans that he has. So this hotel is like half an hour away from where we live. So I know he gets there because he's texting my fake dating profile, and he is very punctual. He gets there on time, and I just want to make him wait as long as I can. But for starters, I want to make him go crazy. And I also needed some time for the revenge. So the whole time I'm asking the friend that I got the pictures from if she could send me some pictures of her getting ready so I could give him excuses to keep him waiting. But I would just send him pictures of her being like, "I'm so sorry, I'm trying to look sexy for you. I'm almost there, blah, blah, blah." And I make him wait for 2 hours. After 2 hours of him waiting, you can guess that he was pretty annoyed, and that I text him with my fake dating profile saying that I'm outside his door. And then he opens the door, and it is not the girl that he was expecting to see. It's his girlfriend. I drove there with 3 trash bags filled with all of his stuff. He didn't live with me, but he spent his whole time at my place, so I had a lot of his stuff there. But I filled 3 trash bags with all of his stuff that I had in my house. As soon as he opens the door, it's like he saw a ghost, and I just threw him the trash bags. And then afterwards, I just tell him, never speak to me again. I don't ever want to see you in my life. He's apologizing. He's trying to talk to me. I didn't go there to have a conversation with him or to confront him about it. I went there because I just wanted to embarrass him, and that's how I wanted to end this story. He kept trying to talk to me, but I just walked away, and I blocked him everywhere. So I go home, I blocked him everywhere, I sleep, and then I wake up with banging on my door. Of course I didn't open the door because, like I said, I didn't want to speak to this guy again, but he's crying, hysterically crying and screaming, saying that he needs to talk to me. This was very entertaining for me, obviously, but like I said, I didn't want to speak to him, so I ended up calling the cops because that is my property. After the cops came, this guy never spoke to me again. Thank God. I heard from friends that I guess he's doing okay. He moved in with his parents, and I guess he got a job. or something. So yeah. On my prom night 4 years ago, my brother snuck hair removal cream in my shampoo. I had chunks of hair missing and I had to buzz it all off, and I went to prom basically bald. It was horrible and he thought it was hilarious. I never forgot that, and I knew that I just needed to find the right moment to get my revenge. So fast forward 4 years and he's getting married. The moment he announces to my family that he's gonna get married, the first thing I think about is, well, what a great night for revenge. I'm quiet, I keep to myself, I don't say anything to anyone. I'm just very excited. The venue is gorgeous, so many guests, it's gonna be amazing. My brother is obsessed with his hair too. He's very into his looks. What better opportunity would I ever have in my life to do exactly what he did to me now? So the night before his wedding, I snuck hair removal cream into his shampoo. He panicked. He woke up with patchy bald spots and he couldn't handle it and canceled the wedding because he just looked too bad for it. I mean, my sister-in-law was furious, but I didn't try to hide it. I told everybody I did it. And I made sure that they knew that I did it because he had done it to me previously. I even showed them pictures of me with my bald head. I don't care about the people that say that this is too much. If this was his wedding night, it's different than prom. I don't care. I'm really happy with my revenge. I have the worst boss ever, so this is what I did to her. So I've worked at this place for 5 years and I take lunch at the same time every day, 12 to 1. And this time of my day is really precious because I don't eat breakfast. I just drink coffee and water until it's lunchtime. My calendar's blocked. It's clear for this 1 hour. But my new boss, newly promoted, she probably doesn't really like me, and she started setting up meetings right in my lunch break. I mean, at first I let it go, obviously. I was like, maybe it's urgent, whatever. But then by the third time, I realized that she wants this to become a thing. Finally get the courage to confront her about it, and I just go like, hey, this is actually my lunch break time. Very condescendingly so, she just replies saying, well, sometimes we all have to make sacrifices. Okay, yes, says the person who's earning twice as much as I am, but I was like, okay, if this is the attitude that you want to have, I'm gonna show you. So I started eating my lunch in those meetings. I made sure it was worse than mukbangs, like the sounds and everything. I made sure I was the messiest eater. First meal I chose was spaghetti with meatballs, and I did everything, all the slurping and disgusting sounds, I did that. The next time I bring sticky wings, and again, it's just very messy. And after 3 times, she finally says something. She goes, do you have to eat during the meetings? I just smiled and I hit her with, well, sometimes we all have to make sacrifices. I was an escort for 6 years and my boyfriend had no idea. So my boyfriend and I dated for 5 years and he never knew what I was doing. Most girls who work like I did, nobody knows. Not their boyfriends, not their family, sometimes not even their closest friends. So he was working 2 jobs and I was working 4 hours a day. I just told him I was working as an influencer, on Instagram. And I got too confident that he was never going to find it out. And I left a scribbled email on the kitchen counter one day. So he found it weird and he started snooping until he found a website. And on that site, you have multiple girls, and he found me. And the thing about this is that it has multiple descriptions, basically reviews. So with my images and also with what I was doing on those visits, he confronted me, obviously, and he was really emotional. I came clean. I told him there was no way that after what he saw, I could hide it. And he actually did forgive me. But afterwards, things were broken. There was a lot of silence and a lot of tension. For 5 years, he had never yelled at me. He was a very calm person. Even when he confronted me about all of this, he was always pretty calm. But then a week later, he got home from a night out and he was absolutely drunk. And so this is when he snapped at me and he was going through this rage fit. He started throwing all my makeup down the toilet, flushing it. And he's twice my size. So I couldn't do anything and I got really scared. So I called the cops. The day after, he told me that he thought he could deal with it, but he can't. And he wasn't yelling or drunk anymore. And he had a very calm conversation. He was very mature about it. And obviously, I get it. I was an innocent, obviously, but he wasn't perfect either. It's super weird because someone's in your life for 5 years and then all of a sudden you guys don't talk anymore. There's no more contact. But honestly, I'm kind of relieved because I don't have to pretend anymore. I don't have to lie. I'm not proud of what I did, but at least I'm not embarrassed. My ex lied to me about being married, so this is what I did to him. So my ex-boyfriend was in the army, and we had already broken up when he got deployed, but as his deployment got closer, we actually started talking again. He started texting me saying that he was doing extra training, and we actually started texting like every day, flirting, everything. Everything was super flirty. It felt like we were actually dating again. And this went on for months. When his deployment day finally came, I dropped by his mom's place. His mom and I, we had always had a great relationship, but she wasn't there, so I just left a little gift and note for him at her front porch. She wasn't home, but I did see a new car in the driveway, but I didn't think too much of it because they had renters, so maybe it was one of theirs. A couple days later, I get a letter, a handwritten letter from his mother, and she's furious. She was accusing me of trying to ruin her son's marriage. This is how I found out that my ex that I had been speaking with for months, talking like we were in an actual relationship, is married. I had broken up with my ex about a year before this all happened, so in a year after we broke up, he got married. She was absolutely furious in that letter. She even called me a slut for sleeping with her son before marriage. What I found really ironic is that she had her shotgun wedding herself, so I don't know where all these morals are coming from. I obviously had no idea that he was even with someone, let alone being married. And I thought, well, if his new wife has no idea what's going on, well, she's about to find out. I obviously had to do something, and I wanted to do it in a smart way. So like I was saying, I get that letter from his mother basically calling me names, saying that I was trying to ruin her son's marriage that I had no idea about. I had been texting my ex-boyfriend for months.